Hey guys, I am back again today. Well, tonight, it is Wednesday, so instead of enchiladas, I decided to make homemade shrimp cocktail. So don't forget to subscribe for any other videos or something that you would like for me to discuss or to show how to do. So stay tuned. Homemade shrimp cocktail coming up. Alright guys, so to make homemade shrimp cocktail, you do need a couple of things. I love to make shrimp cocktail around January, February time because they sell these cute heart little bowls for about 98 cents at Walmart. And these are so cute to put homemade shrimp cocktail because of the color, which would be this color. And also the little shrimp, and you'll see why. So what we're going to need are, of course, 2 serving bowls or however many bowls you have. Tonight it's just going to be for me and the babe, so we're going to eat homemade shrimp cocktail. I usually buy 2 bags of the cooked shrimp, extra small. They run about if they're on sale like they were today, about $4.74 each bag, which is pretty cool because they have 100 to 150 extra cooked peeled shrimp tail off. That's what you want. Unless you want the tail on there, that's fine. Whatever you want. So I got 2 of those. I will need a strainer because I'm going to have to rinse off the shrimp, and I want to put them in here so I don't lose any shrimp. You will also need, this is called camaronazo. Basically what it is, it's a tomato and shrimp cocktail juice. This is what you can use. 1 bottle would be good. Now, if you're serving a whole big bowl, like for example, like this of shrimp cocktail, then you might need more, and you definitely will need more shrimp. Also, what you would get, which might be the most, well, kind of to the second expensive, will be avocados. You want to make sure that they're good and soft because you definitely want this in there. I think avocados make the shrimp cocktail just stand out even more. Also, you will need the tomatoes. You can get any size of tomatoes that you want. I usually get the small tomatoes, which is fine. I don't even think I will use all 4 of them. I would just use 3. What's wrong, Chucky? My dog's crying. Also, what you would need is cilantro. You don't need too much unless you really like cilantro so much. But you don't want to put a lot because then it makes your shrimp cocktail a little bit thick. Also, what I like to use when I cook is my Rachel Ray garbage bowl. This is my sister gave me this for, I think, Mother's Day. So I like to use this because you can transfer all your garbage and trash in here instead of going back and forth to the trash can. Also, I have another bowl here, so that way when I'm done and I'm mixing everything, I could put it in here, put it in the refrigerator for a little bit to let it chill. You will also need ketchup. Ketchup is very good because you do need to put that in there, and you will also need salt. So I do have the salt here. Also, you can use Louisiana hot sauce. We like to use this so we can pour it in there once the shrimp is done to give it more flavor. And of course, you will need crackers. What's so funny is that nobody really sells the Louisiana hot sauce. See, can use any crackers. Nobody really usually sells the Louisiana hot sauce. Walmart doesn't sell it. I always have to go to Kroger's or Tom Thumb to buy that. I don't know why, but that's my favorite. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and put my garbage bowl here to the side in the sink area. And I'm going to go ahead and put my serving bowls up for right now because I don't need those. And I'm going to put my avocados to the side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the strainer to go ahead and rinse off the vegetables before we use them. You know, when you go to the store today, it was so funny because I was at the store and this lady just kept touching everything. Not only that, but she wasn't touching this, but she was touching like apples and stuff. And she was touching them and then she was coughing. And I'm like, ugh. So yeah, that wasn't a good thing. So what I'm going to do, since I've rinsed those out, I'm going to go ahead and get my cutting board because you will definitely need that. And then you want to go ahead and get you a good knife, something that will cut everything good. So we're going to go ahead and use this right here. What we want to do first is, let's go ahead and take out the vegetables. And I want to go ahead and soak my shrimp for right now. So on the back of it, it says, place frozen shrimps in a strainer and rinse with cold water for approximately 5 to 7 minutes. While rinsing, lightly rotate the shrimp to ensure even thawing. Let drain before serving. So let's go ahead and open this. Oops, there goes my shrimp. So I'm going to go ahead and put my shrimp here in the strainer, because remember, they're so small. You don't want to lose them if you're trying to drain it out with a bowl. Okay. Go ahead, open the other one. And there you go. Usually I give it a rinse. Usually I give it a rinse, and once I give it a rinse, I go ahead and I just let it sit there for a while I'm cooking, well, while I'm making everything. So what you can do is you can put the bowl that you're going to serve it in, put the drainer in there, and just let the shrimp kind of run through cold water, because which basically what you want it to do is to kind of thaw out. Okay? Excuse me. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut your tomatoes. You can cut your tomatoes however you want. If you want to cut them really small, that's perfectly fine. I just cut them to where they're not so big and chunky. See, that's a pretty good size. Because you have to remember, you're going to have a lot of ingredients in here. So you don't want them too big, and you don't want them too small. So I'm going to go ahead and move the water around to let the shrimp kind of go its own way. In the meantime, since I'm using that bowl, I'm going to go ahead and use a plate to go ahead and put the cut up ingredients that I have. Okay. So we have that. Guys, shrimp cocktail is very easy to make. It all depends how you make it. A lot of people like to put onions in it. I don't really like onions. I mean, if onions are in the food, that's fine. I have no problem with it. But anytime that I can cook something and I don't have to put onions, that's even better. So see, I don't even think I'm going to use the other 2 tomatoes, but we'll see. So you just want to chop them up. You can chop them up as how you want. If you want them really small, you want them really big. Again, this is your shrimp cocktail. You make it how you want. Don't let anybody else tell you how to make it. I love to cook, so when I cook something, I like to have it the way that I want it, because I'm going to be the one that's going to eat it, you know? So we're going to go ahead and put the tomatoes here on the plate. Just like that. Tomatoes are really cheap, guys. You can always find them for about 98 cents, 97 cents a pound. If you don't really cook a lot with tomatoes, then don't get a lot, because then it's just going to go to waste, and it's never fun. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe do 1 more tomato, just so that it can be good. Another thing about shrimp cocktail, guys, is that if you love shrimp cocktail as much as I do, as much as my fiance does, you will never basically have a lot of shrimp cocktail left over. Let's just say that around Mexicans, yeah, it's kind of like menudo. Another thing, it's kind of like menudo, so you really won't have any left over. And if you do, it's mainly just the juice, because everybody's probably already eating everything up. Okay, what are you doing, Chucky? Chucky even probably would eat shrimp cocktail if I let him. Alright, so we have the tomato going now. Now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and get your cilantro. I like to buy a little bit of cilantro just like this, because I do cook with cilantro at times, but not all the time. And cilantro can go bad really fast. So try to use it as much as you can. If not, don't buy a lot. It's really cheap. I think I bought this. I think it was like 35 cents, 40 cents. So it's really cheap. Also, the cilantro, you want to kind of do it small because you don't want the big old chunks coming at you when you're trying to eat your shrimp cocktail and the chunks are bigger than your shrimp. So you want to just go ahead and chop it up just a little bit. Get it? Doesn't need to be perfect, guys. Remember, this is your shrimp cocktail, nobody else's. And if they have something to say about it, then I would suggest that they just move on and don't even eat your shrimp cocktail that you're serving. Easy as that, right? Okay, so there you go. That's what you can do, is chop it up that way. You know, just transfer it over to your plate. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to get your avocados. Avocados, the way you cut them is you put it here in the middle. Remember, you do have a little seed, big old ball in the middle of it. So when you cut it, it will open just like this. You can put your knife in your, sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. Well, this one can't do it, but usually you can do it this way, turn it, and the ball will come out. I'm going to put this in my garbage bowl. I'm going to go ahead and mix the shrimp. Oh, yeah. Some of it's still a little bit frozen, so it's thawing out. Okay. Excuse me. So now what you want to do is you want to get your avocado and you want to cut it in the middle. You can take it out if you want, but there's really no point to do that. If you just are real careful and you just do it this way. I would say to not put it in a chopper, you know, those little ones that chop up your stuff, because then you chop it up and you're going to put it, then you can go ahead and cut it around. Because then you're going to chop it up and you're going to put it as if it's like, what is it? Aguacate. And you don't want to do that because then it's not going to come out. It's going to come out all smushy. This one is not really a good avocado. But again, remember, this is yours. You can make it how you want. Any stuff like this that looks like that, you want to go ahead and just trash that. You don't want that because that's going to put a nasty flavor to your avocados. So, guys, I didn't cut that one as good. It was a little soft. So now what you want to do is you just want to cut avocados into little pieces like this. Because you're just going to just move it to the side because you're just going to put it in the shrimp cocktail. It's very, very, very good. If you want, you can do this, and I'll show you how to do it like that as well. You can just trim it around just like this, and then just put the knife on the bottom, flip it around, and just chop it. If you want to do that, that's better. Okay, there you go. And just put it to the side. As you put it in the shrimp cocktail, it will tend to loosen up a little bit. So we love avocados, so I'm definitely going to put a lot of avocado in here. Sometimes avocado can be very expensive, but shrimp cocktail without avocado, yeah, it's not really shrimp cocktail. If you can't eat avocado, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and cut it like this. I'll just get my knife, get it out. Again, this is your shrimp cocktail. You can do how you want it. You don't want to do it like this. You want to be real perfect with it and be gentle, then hey, go ahead. The way I see it is that you're just going to end up eating it anyways. This avocado is just really soft. When you shop for avocados, just make sure you find one that is already kind of darkened and not real light, because if it's real light, then that means it's not ready and you'll have a hard time trying to open and cut it. And then when you're trying to make excuse me, when you're trying to make shrimp cocktail, or you come home and you want to make shrimp cocktail and you can't because your avocado is not done, you will get a little upset. I'm going to take this out. Go ahead and take this one out since it's already basically out of the thing. All right. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to my videos. Don't forget to subscribe to my page. I will be bringing different videos, different days. It's never certain type or exactly whatever kind of video. It's just whatever I feel like doing that day. And today I felt like doing shrimp cocktails. So I was like, well, why not? Go ahead and just post it on YouTube. Because who knows, maybe somebody doesn't know how to make it and they want some ideas, right? All right, so we got the avocado done and going. Let me check on the shrimp. Yep. All right. Seems like it's good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and strain the shrimp out. And as you can tell when you strain out the shrimp, how it makes a big difference. So this is what the shrimp looks like here. Just want to put it in the bowl. Okay, see? So you have the shrimp. It's already soft. And it just takes not that long. So what we're going to do is you're going to put your shrimp. Scoot this over. You're going to put your shrimp. You're going to put your tomatoes and your cilantro. You're just going to put them in here. Just like that. Okay, put that in my garbage bowl. And then what you're going to do is I like to go ahead and put the salt. Excuse me. I like to put the salt because once you put the juice in there, it will let it absorb with the juice. So you want to put the salt. Put as much as salt as you want. Again, it's totally up to you guys. Okay. So now that we did that, you want to go ahead and put ketchup. Let's go ahead and open this ketchup. Okay. Again, I love ketchup just period. I mean, even without shrimp cocktail. So I like to put a lot. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now you have the ketchup. And then you want to open your juice. Let me get a paper towel. Okay. So then you'll just open your juice here. When you open your juice, you'll just pour it in here. And you will just pour half. Then what you'll do is you'll just get a spoon or something to mix it up. And I'm going to get this here. I just bought some new spoons. Okay, so now what you want to do is you just want to mix it up like this. You don't want to put all of the juice, guys, yet because you don't know how much juice it's going to leave or how much juice it's going to put in there. So you just want to mix it up like this. Oh, yeah, I did forget one ingredient, which were jalapenos. So I'm going to let that soak just a little bit, just so that the shrimp can get its flavor. And also, I need to put a jalapeno. I don't want it too spicy, guys, because it's late at night. And I am starting to notice that I'm getting older. So with that being said, with that being told, whatever, I start to get heartburn. So yeah. So I don't want a lot of seeds because, like I said, I don't want the heartburns. So I'm going to take out the seeds so it's not too spicy or too hot. So while I'm taking out the seeds, I'm still letting the shrimp get its flavor. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop the jalapenos. Again, the jalapenos I like to chop very, very small because I don't want to bite into it and then really make it hot. I just want the shrimp to get its flavor. Okay. So I have that. Again, if you don't want peppers, if there's any ingredients here that you don't like and that you don't want, you do not have to put it in there. Some people love to put everything in their mama in it. I just like it regular or simple. Regular, basic, simple. Some people like to put V8. A little small can of V8. I have tasted it that way or eaten the shrimp cocktail that way before, and it is good. Just certain people know how to make it in certain ways. Okay, so while I'm chopping this up, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mix my jalapenos and my avocado into this bowl here. So with this, you're going to it's going to soak it up even more. So you just want to put it in there. Doesn't this look delicious, guys? Yes. Until mama. Okay. So there you go on that. And put this in the sink. Alright, so now all you're going to do is you're just going to mix it up. Once you're done, you can kind of just taste it to see if it needs more salt, if it needs more juice. I can tell you now, this is going to need more juice only because we love juice. So, yeah. And if you feel that it's not thick enough, that's where the ketchup comes along. So, if you feel that you want it more thick than what it is, go ahead and add more ketchup. Like, I'm going to add some more ketchup to this because I don't feel like it's thick enough. Okay? I'm just going to add that to that. I'm going to add a little bit more salt because I do feel it's going to need more. And then I'm going to add the cocktail juice. Okay. Then what you're just going to do is you're just going to mix it together. Kind of get your spoon and just mix it on the bottom because remember you have the tomatoes, the cilantro, and the shrimp on the bottom. You don't want to mix it too much like this. Only because of the avocados, you don't want to squash them. So you just want to kind of get it in the middle. Just go kind of around it. So that way your avocados don't squash. Okay. So now I'm going to taste it. Perfect. Perfect. Not too spicy. Everything is good. So now, that is it, guys. Your shrimp cocktail. Yay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put it in the fridge. Oh, let me get another spoon. Okay. So now we're just going to go ahead and put it in the fridge here. Mix it one more time. Put it in the fridge. And just let it chill. And you can put a top on it if you want. Again, it's all up to you. And I'm going to put a top on it. And I'm going to put it in the freezer just for it to chill just a bit. So I'll show you guys how I serve it in the bowl when we come back. Alright guys, so now it's time to serve. So you remember the little 2 heart bowls that we did buy. So all you're going to need is just a little scooper like this. And here's the shrimp cocktail. So you just want to scoop it. Put it in the bowl. Put some juice. Remember, shrimp cocktail never lasts. Never enough for leftovers. And there you go. Easy as 1, 2, 3. You have your shrimp, your aguacate, which is your avocado, jalapenos, tomatoes, and everything else. So you're going to want to put this to the side because people are going to get more. And the remaining you're just going to put back in the fridge so that it can continue to cool. See how pretty it looks with the bows, the heart bows. And then you can get you some spoons like this. Put it in there. And voila. Don't forget your crackers, guys. You can lay this out on a plate. In this case, we have an extra bowl. So you can just go ahead and put the crackers. Lay them out in the bowl. Just like that. Put it in the middle of the table. Let everybody get it. And you want to make sure you have your Louisiana hot sauce out. And that's it. So there you guys go. Homemade shrimp cocktail. You have your crackers all in a heart. So this would be great to do for a Valentine's dinner. This, voila. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Let me know down below in the link down below to let me know if there's anything you would like for me to try to make. And from my home to your home, bye-bye.